Well, boys, you're at Love Them Knives channel. It's olive time. Olive knives. You know, I had the Arbor, the fixed blade one. I'll leave the link of the Arbor fixed blade down below. You ought to check it out. Oh, it's a beast. I mean, it's not that it's huge. It's just built like a freaking tank. Now we're talking folding knives. This is the outer box. And here's the inner box with the knife already removed. Because as soon as I got it, I was like, it was out. It was out. Tungsten carbide blade. So, is it going to rust? No. And what do we got? Patent pending. Oh, it's got a neat kind of lock. And I was thinking they had a specific name for it, but it's not. It's not like power lock, crossbar lock, axis lock. No. But it's a spring lock, and it's a dual spring action lock. See these bronze bearings on here? I mean, bronze washer. Whew. Now look at the spring here and the spring there. I was going to do a disassembly, and I talked to Andre, who owns this company, and he says, don't do it. There's a kind of a little trick to this, and if you've never done it before, you could lose a spring or whatever and have issues. And it could be a bit fidgety if you don't know the trick. So he is going to do a video because he's done it plenty of times. And so he can show us the disassembly. But look at this. This is tough. I mean, this is very structural. And this blade, I think he goes 3.1 something inches. But it's a longer blade than that. Maybe he's talking about cutting. Really, cutting length is longer than that, isn't it? It's more like 3 1/4. And there it is, like 3 1/4. 8 inches overall length. And you can see the mirror polish on this. But, this is tungsten carbide. This is not made in China. But it's assembled, it's designed, of course, here, and it was assembled here. And some of the stuff comes from U.S. Some of it was done in South Africa because that's where he was living until a few years ago, and then he moved to the U.S. when he was doing this. So, and he still lives in the U.S. So, yes, there's some machine work and stuff that's being done back at the place in South Africa. So, but check this out. Woohoo. The ergos are nice. It's a tufty knife. Look at this. Yeah, it's not like just little number 8 Torxes or anything like that. There's your pocket clip. Reversible, obviously, as you can see here. So ambidextrous in every way. And also got a little cut through. You can just finger flick it. No, it doesn't have a flipper tab. No, it's not a front flipper. Bang. But it opens right up. It's fairly easy to open. And so, yeah, I mean, the detent's not, incredibly strong. But on axis lock knives and it's crossbar stuff, they are pretty easy to kick open. But it feels good ergo-wise. You got a little cutaway in there, so when you go to sharpen, or maybe, you could just take your diamond strop, and where is mine? It's probably out on the patio, because I get bored and I sit out there. But you know what? You'd have to go some to dull this thing. Oh, wow. It is crazy ass sharp. Give me a piece of paper. Oh, if you look carefully, you can see that little area right there where it's got some residue. Well, I went to Blade Show. I carried this, and my buddy Dan Swaney and I and my wife met at the Wings Cafe, right, and Tap House in Marietta, and it's awesome. The wings are great, the food's great, it's wonderful, and they got a big tiki hut thing outside, bar stuff. So he pulled his Sage 5 in Rex 121 out, going, this is awesome, this is awesome. And I go, it is actually, but I go, check this out. Well, he looked this over and he says, ooh, that's impressive. So, but then he had, for the first time in probably 6 months, he had a beer, but a big, tall aluminum can, it was empty, of course. Whoosh, went down with his Rex 121. So, see, still sharp. I go, let's give it a try, because I'd never done anything with this. Pierce just, whoosh. And this was a tall 24-ounce aluminum can. I went 3 times around it, and then, like a fool, after I drank the next one, I did that one too. So I put it to the test, I would say. And, oh my God, the paper almost just stayed stationary as the blade just moved through on it, like that. It is, God dang, it is crazy sharp. It really is. And this thing, that carbide, tungsten carbide. Now, I don't think you can get the bend out of it like the toughness. It's not going to have the toughness that some steels have, but I'm not sure how tough like 110 or S90V is either. I mean, they give something up for edge retention, but this is just crazy. And I first started getting into these tungsten knives when I was introduced to Sandrin, and I still have my Sandrin knife. It's really nice. But this thing is not what I'd call a pretty knife to display or anything. This is really just a carry knife, and I carried it the whole show in Atlanta. I had it in my cargo pocket, and I just thought, that is one hellacious, crazy-ass knife. It'll just always be one that'll be sharp. They can be sharpened. I was talking to the guy at the strop place at Nanohone or whatever they're called, and he goes, yeah, you can do it. You got to have diamond, but you can do it. And I think I remember the Aussie guy. God, I can't remember his name now, but he does all the sharpening stuff, and he had a Sandrin, I think, that he actually sharpened. So, yeah, it's possible. It's not easy, but I believe you can get Olive to sharpen as well. I don't know that they'll ever really have much call for that, because it's going to take a while. I think these are in the 70-something range, Rockwell-wise. I had one test. I think I had a Sandrin tested. It was like 72 or 74 Rockwell. So it's got this kind of finish here on it. I think he calls it a scratch finish. Oh, by the way, I think... Do I have a scratch from that aluminum? Not there. I kept thinking I just saw a really light one. Oh, well, it was super light. But you use it, there you go. But it's so fidget friendly too. But oh mama, that thing is sharp. And feels good in the hand. It's got some heft to it though, it does. And so it doesn't feel cheap. 4.9 ounces is not that heavy, but you know what I'm saying. Not light either. 139 grams. Now, so it's not particularly heavy, but it just feels very tough. Feels very structural, yet it feels pretty thin here too. And if I had my little calipers, I would check it out. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's try this. Yeah, that's not much at all. What, 0.44? That's slender. That's really slender. What's this? 1.5. 1.5 millimeter. I hadn't noticed that it was that thin. But it is. No wonder it's slicey. Ooh. But it feels substantial in the hand. Reverse grip. Feels good too. And really, the overall design, I think looks really good. But yeah, I'll be interested in seeing what his takedown video looks like. Oh yeah, that's lock up good. It sits right over that, so you'd have to destroy the blade or bend the steel to get this to give it up. But look at those big washers in there. So that's a lot of support around that blade too. Pocket clip works fine. I mean, I've carried it now for a couple of weeks, and it goes in and out of the pocket real easy, but it's so tight, it'll hold on. But it didn't seem difficult coming out of the pocket. Nice and grippy here. This is a nylon type handle, so it is real grippy. And of course, supposedly gonna come out with a steel version instead of the tungsten carbide. So it's supposed to be maybe Elmax plus a Magna Cut option. So the Magna Cut would be a little higher than the Elmax, supposedly. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm sure there is a steel option coming out. But for me, I like this tungsten carbide. I'm good. I'm good. I mean, my Sandrin knife has never needed sharpening. And if you buy a Sandrin, you can send it in, they'll sharpen it for you, right? This, I'm sure they will too. And you know what? I don't think they'll have many people needing it because it's going to hold an edge for a hell of a long time. Very fidget friendly. Nice ergos. Check it out. I mean, Olive Knives comes with some nice stuff in here. I forgot about all this goodie. Real sharp. There you go. This. The Lenta. And this is the manual on it. There's Andre. And this and that. All kinds of stuff on it. You get this. This is nice. Yeah. Well, they're not inexpensive. So you get a quality presentation with the box and everything. And then here's his camping recipes. And he told me someday, he said, I come visit down in Florida because I think his wife wants to come down here and visit. I'll cook some of this for you. So there you go, Camper Sloppy Joe. That looks good already, damn it. So Carnivore Craving. Yeah, shit. Okay, yes, I'm up for that. That'd be great. So it comes in this box. Everything's in here. All the books. Nice magnetic closure. It's the olive knife. Yes, this would be a good one to carry. Take care. Check out the link below. Get you your olive knife Lenta. And check it out. See what you think. I'd be interested in the comments below if you have one. Or if you get one later on, come back to the comments section. Let me know what you think. So far, so good, but I've only had this for a few weeks. In any case, I have had my Sandrin knife for a few years, and still, like new on that blade edge. Not that I use it all the time, and I don't plan to necessarily use this every day, all day, you know, but I think it's going to hold an edge for a hell of a long time. You guys, check below and stay sharp.